Hi YouTube, this is Evie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am filming a bonus video. I'm so excited. I feel bad because last week I thought I had uploaded a video on Friday, but it turns out that my video never actually got uploaded, and I didn't notice until I got home from being away for the weekend on Sunday. Also, there's a dude walking around outside right now. He's looking at me. But that ties in to the topic of this video, and that is I'm going to be talking about kink in public slash wearing gear in public. Now, when I did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about, my life update, one of the things that I brought up was that I wanted to do some different things with my channel. One of those things was I wanted to start doing some opinion-based things about BDSM because, I like doing factual videos, I like spreading my knowledge, but at some point I have to be able to separate fact from what my opinions are and make it clear that what I'm saying is not in any way, shape, or form fact. It's just what I personally believe. So I got some feedback on that, and I decided to just go ahead and try out a couple videos doing that instead of something that's very strictly factual. And of course, I'm still going to be doing factual videos. I just wanted to add something to my channel. A lot of things that I see in terms of questions about pet plays. How do I be confident enough to wear gear in public? What's it like to wear gear in public? Like, kind of feedback do you get? And I want to tell you guys, little secret. I don't wear gear in public. I don't wear gear in public. I mean, I guess I'm in front of a window right now, but I'm also inside my private domain, and so I'm not technically in public. And when I go to dungeons and when I go to munches, I am kind of quasi in public, but I'm amongst people that are in my own community, and in that way it's kind of like a private group. It's a private community. I'm not actually going out and going getting groceries or something and wearing gear. The only time that I will wear gear in kind of a non-kink space is when my sir asks me to. So occasionally, for special occasions or something, I will wear a collar, I will wear my ears, and normally when that happens I get positive feedback, especially when I wear the ears. I normally have people tell me that they're very cute. I'm like, oh, thank you. Because I don't really know what else to say. Normally people aren't super invasive, at least where I live. And of course, that is going to depend a lot on sort of the demographics of the area where you live. I happen to live in a very liberal part of a very liberal state. And so normally people don't get all up in each other's business about what people are doing with their sense of fashion, because if you did that, you would be asking people all day, like, what's up with your ears, girl? What's up with your hair? Like, it would just be never ending if you did that to everybody where I live. So nobody tends to be very bothersome about it. I have, however, received kind of weird comments about my collar before, like, if I pull on it, will it fall off? Which to me, in the context of what collars mean in my relationship, is like, oh God, don't touch me, don't go near me. Like, it just freaks me out when people say stuff like that. And of course, they probably don't realize it because they don't know what it means unless they do, and they're like kind of trying to low key hit on me, but not actually be open about it. I don't know what those kind of comments are about, but generally, when I have worn gear in public, the reception has been positive, and that's something to keep in mind if you want to be confident enough to wear gear. Is that generally people are pretty nice about it. And the same goes with any kind of alternative fashion, really, is that for the most part, especially with little kids, they usually think you're pretty cool. And if somebody, does make a rude comment, just makes them the bad person. And, with all things in life, you can't let the negative get you down. So if you want to be confident enough to wear gear in public, you need to be confident enough in yourself. And you need to be confident enough in your sense of fashion. You need to be confident enough, to the point where your body language reflects that. If you're being hunched over, if you look meek, if you're trying purposely to not make eye contact with other people, which is something that I am very guilty of, it will come across. People will know that you're not confident. And when your body language isn't confident, that just kind of automatically makes you a target. So don't do that if you want to actually be confident enough to wear gear and be comfortable enough in yourself to wear gear. But I want to make it very clear, and this is why this is an opinion video and not a fact-based video, is that you don't have to wear gear in public. And to some extent, you probably shouldn't wear gear in public. And this is my reasoning behind it is, if you're wearing ears, if you're wearing a collar, if you're wearing a tail, if you're wearing your full getup and you're out with your partner, your dom, or whoever, and you're kind of doing pet-ish things like your collar is attached to a leash and you're walking around on a leash, which is a very mild version of some of the things that I have seen people do in terms of public kink. That kind of thing, you are technically violating everyone around you consent because you are involving them in a scene without their knowledge. And that's not okay, and you have to be very careful. I know it's just ears, it's just a tail. If you're not really, you know, trying to make it into a kinky scene, if you're just out and about wearing ears and a collar because that's part of your daily fashion, your daily outfit, like that's fine. But when you get to the point where you are wearing the ears and the collar in order to do something pet play related in public, like have your sir or master, whoever it is, have you on a leash, if you are going to the park as a little in order to have little time and there are actual children around, you are technically violating other people's consent. And depending on what you're doing, that can be a very gray area in terms of whether or not it's actually okay to do something or not to do something. So my recommendation for that is don't wear gear in public because you could be violating other people's consent, and that is never okay in BDSM. I also want to make it very, very, very clear, based on the sheer number of times that I have heard people ask that question about, how do you be confident enough to wear gear, is that it is not a requirement of being a pet to wear your gear in public, asterisk, unless it's a rule from your dom that you have to wear your gear at all times, including and in public. It is not a requirement as a pet to wear gear in public. Ever, at all. Never feel obligated, never feel like less of a pet if you don't wear ears on a daily basis, if you don't wear a collar on a daily basis. What matters about being a pet is what's in here, what's in your chest, what's in your heart, what's in your heart, and what's in your head about being a pet. It's not the external part of it. It's not going out and showing the world, I am a pet. And of course, that's very appealing, especially in an age where Tumblr and Instagram make sharing your daily public affairs very common and very desirable because it gets you followers. You could not own a stitch of gear. You could never wear gear in public. You could only wear it in the bedroom or only wear it with your dom, and you would still be just as much of a pet as everybody else who does wear gear on a daily basis. And that is totally okay, and I just want to make it very, 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 very abundantly clear that you don't and never have to wear gear in public. And that's kind of everything that I wanted to cover in this video. To summarize, don't have to wear gear in public to be a pet. There is no rule book for pet play. And if you are doing pet-like things in public that can be construed as being part of BDSM, like being on a leash, you are technically violating other people's consent, and that's not okay. That's kind of a long summary, but that's basically what I talked about in this video. So that's really it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little opinion video. I kind of like making these because I don't have to like edit and do research as much, so that's good. So I'm definitely going to be doing more of these because I like doing them, so I hope you like them too. If you did like it, please show your support with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. I make videos twice a week, but until I see you next, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.